Placer Land Trust is pleased to honor Robert Weygandt with this year's Placer Conservator Award. The Placer Conservator Award is given to individuals or organizations that are enriching the quality of life here in Placer County for current and future generations through resource conservation, the protection of our natural, agricultural, and other important lands in Placer County. Robert has been on our list for the Placer Conservator Award for many years, but we did want to wait until he finished his most impressive accomplishment, which was the creation of the Placer County Conservation Program, the PCCP, which over 50 years will really transform the conservation landscape in Placer County.
I remember Alex Ferreira calling me and saying, "Do you know anything about this fellow named Robert Weygandt?" And I said, yeah, I know a little bit about Robert. He and I have worked together on a couple projects. He said, "Do you think that he would be a good person to sit on the Board of Supervisors?" And I said, "I think Robert would be brilliant." I mean, Robert is bright. He is thoughtful. He's courteous. And he has a really important vision, I think, for conserving what I like to think are the better parts of Placer County, and that's the working farmland. It's our open spaces. It's places like Hidden Falls. Robert gets it, and he always has gotten it, and he's always put himself right in the middle of it so that he could make a difference.
You know, there's a direct correlation between Robert's early work developing policy and then his latter work on the Board of Supervisors actually implementing that policy, all related to the issue of conservation. Whether it was programs such as the Placer Legacy Open Space and Agricultural Preservation Program that came out in the late 1990s, or the many, many years that Robert devoted to making the Placer County Conservation Program itself come to fruition just a couple years ago. It's had a lasting effect, not only for the present day generation, but it has an effect that will set our community aside as a unique and special place, really forever.
We get to really benefit from the fruit of Robert's labor every day in Placer County with things like Hidden Falls, being able to walk on trails and enjoy nature. I know it is one of Robert's passion, especially to be able to see the younger generation get out and enjoy nature. And so I think his work on getting Hidden Falls preserved and available and accessible for the public to use is something that we get to enjoy every day, and not just us. People come from all over the region, even from the Bay Area, to come and use Hidden Falls because it is so beautiful. And it's something, once again, that was thought about ahead of time, as this is important to protect, and Robert was a big piece of that.
I am so grateful that I think it's pretty close to 60% of Placer County is now conserved. What a blessing is that? I mean, that's why everybody wants to live here.
I think we can look at Robert as one of those local champions that's always needed in any kind of conservation initiative. It was a mantle that he wore with pride. It was a mantle that he wore in many respects without fear. And it was a mantle that he wore with a lot of confidence when the room was full of a lot of people sometimes who had a lot of doubt as to what was possible. And he stuck through it, and he stuck through it in a way that we are successful today.
I can think of no one more deserving for the Placer Conservator Award than Robert Weygandt. He committed his entire life to protecting the natural assets that we have here in Placer County, and has been a partner for the Placer Land Trust for many, many years. I am so excited that he has been chosen as this year's conservator, and again, cannot think of anyone that would be more deserving.
Placer Land Trust has been pleased to partner with the county over many decades to protect our natural and agricultural resources. The county has been a great partner And a lot of that is due to the leadership that the county has had over the years, and Robert has been front and center in all of that. On behalf of everybody at Placer Land Trust, I'm so pleased to honor Robert with this year's Placer Conservator Award.